Hey guys, it's Sheecacaa3. This is a final update video for my YouTube channel. Before I get into this update video, I just want to encourage you guys to go check out some of my recent videos if you haven't yet. The last 7 montages I've put out are some of my best videos that I've ever produced. My friends still tell me, and I still see some fans saying that they missed some of my uploads, so go check out and see if you missed anything. In this video, I'm going to cover the fact that I'm retiring soon, looking at some interesting stats over the course of my YouTube career, and what my last projects are. You can skip around to the times on the screen to get just the info you want. So a lot of you are probably thinking, what's this about retiring? That's coming out of nowhere. Well, actually, I've been in the process of retiring for a long time now. You're probably wondering why. So I'll just list out a couple reasons. I'm tired of Project M and Smash Brothers in general. I've been playing Smash since 64 and Project M since version 2.0. I just don't feel the same magic from the games that I used to anymore. I'm finding it difficult to find people who are fun to play against. I don't particularly like ultra-serious competitive play, or at least not as much as other players seem to. Finding people who like to go for crazy things and play casually sometimes can be difficult. I don't feel like people care about my content as much as they used to. Some of my more recent videos have done well because I've been saving up clips for years. For example, of all the time I've spent playing over the past 3 years, about half of it was dedicated to getting clips for Too Many Mains. I just can't do that for every video. I know that I'm meant for better, grander things in my life than making content like this, and I don't think I will be able to grow as a person until I leave content creation for good. I've always known that I didn't want to be a content creator forever, but I had video projects that I wanted to complete before retiring. I wanted to have a sense of closure about this whole YouTube thing, where I felt satisfied enough to leave it for good. A while ago, I made a list of my final video ideas, and I've been slowly completing that over the years. Well, now it's come down to the last couple of projects. But before I explain what those projects are, I'm going to go through my YouTube career history and give my thoughts on some of it. Again, if you just want to see my upcoming projects, you can move ahead to the time on the screen right now. Alright, so I've shown a certain graph before, which logged how many views each video of mine has. Well, I remember some people pointing out that a lot of my older videos have been around for much longer and have accumulated a lot of views. This is a fair criticism of the graph, but I knew that my content was getting less attention over time. I always wanted to make a graph that looked at just the first week that my videos got posted on, because the first week tells me more about the activity of my audience and how excited people are about my content than the total view count does. So here is the graph showing the total views for the first week of every big editing project. The red line is showing the trend in views over time. You can see a gradual decline in views, with my first videos having the highest starts. I think this strong start set me up for disappointment throughout my career, since almost every video I put out after King of Pain 3 saw less and less engagement. Obviously, I know that less engagement doesn't mean my videos were necessarily worse. I'm sure that if my current content was posted 3 years ago, it would have been even more popular than my older videos. But as someone who really values interaction and validation and getting meaning out of people engaging with my content, the lower view count constantly beats me down as a creator, no matter what I do to try to convince myself that my content is good. Like, obviously I understand that part of playing the YouTube game is that you can't win all the time, right? Sometimes you make content that just doesn't get watched for whatever reason. Like maybe your audience changes. Like the whole culture surrounding Project M has changed. I understand that. But that doesn't make me not feel bad about it, right? Like this is kind of a dumb analogy, but like, let's say you have an old dog and it dies. That you knew it was gonna die, but that didn't mean that you didn't feel sad about the dog dying. I'm sorry for this analogy. Let's move on. Some videos in particular way underperformed compared to even my lowest expectations. I was really disappointed that my doubles video, Friendly Fire, didn't take off. It's one of my favorite videos on my channel since it contains so many great memories. I honestly expected the JoJo video to go somewhat viral, but a lot of people just didn't understand it and didn't click with it. The disappointment with the reception to the JoJo video was actually the reason why I started Project M Nexus. And then the whole last wave of montages. I think with the last wave of montages, before I even started working on them, I kind of knew that they weren't going to do as well as my first couple videos. But it still stings to see that these videos didn't do as well as my very first video did when it was first posted. These videos are some of my finest work and some of the best edited videos in the whole Project M community, so it's a real shame to me that they don't do better than older videos that I'm not as proud of. But to end this section off on a high note, I'll say some positive stuff. There were some videos that I posted that blew up beyond my expectations. Honestly, for just a bunch of Bowser F-smashes, the Boozer Please series is very successful. And even recently, Project M Bowser was a huge success. Honestly, I was a bit worried about that one because I was afraid people were going to take it too seriously, but it ended up doing extremely well for modern Project M content. Alright, now let's talk about what's left for this channel. Obviously, King of Pain 4 is going to be made. It's been the project that I've been teasing for years, my final Bowser combo video. I think I'm gonna name it something other than King of Pain 4, because King of Pain is such a cringy name that I didn't put any thought into the first one. I just kind of took 15 seconds to come up with some kind of name, and it's kind of, I don't like it anymore. So it's going to be named something else when it comes out. So with this project, I'm actually a bit conflicted about something that's not the name. I'm not sure what to do with the visuals. I've thought about this project a lot, on and off, for the past couple years, and I have a few ideas, but I'm not sure if I should do them or not. Like, I had this idea for gameplay to just kind of cut out for like 30 seconds for this like huge visual edit. I feel like it would be pretty controversial if I did it. I'm not even sure that I could execute it as well as I have it in my head, although I say that about every edit that I do, and it turns out fine. Anyway, what do you guys think I should do for King of Pain 4? Like, should I go crazy with the visual edits, like these videos? Or should I keep the gameplay more visually pure like I do in these videos? Let me know in the comments below. And now onto the last projects of this YouTube channel. So, in order to understand the scope of my final editing project, I need you guys to think about something. I've been recording my matches of this game since 2015. During that time, I've played this game over 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours is a lot of time. Do you know how much footage I've recorded over that span of time? Well, if I played each clip I've recorded back to back, you would probably be watching that continuous video for weeks. And what if I said that throughout that time, I've been letting my clips funnel down into a single folder? My funniest clips, my hypest clips, my craziest clips, my best clips, preserved for 3 years. So what happens when you distill 10,000 hours into a single video? You get the meaning of Shee. Alright, enough with the hyperbole. So, the meaning of Shee will be my final editing project. Throughout my YouTube career, I've been saving up clips to send into Salty Highlights, but Salty Highlights never came back. So I just had this folder sitting there collecting clips for years. At some point, I realized that Salty Highlights wasn't coming back, and I decided to use the clips to make my own video. So what is that video actually going to look like? Well, I was thinking of having it be like a tribute to Salty Highlights and my favorite montage, The Meaning of Brawl. Think of it like a really big Salty Highlights episode made up of sections dedicated to certain things. Like 4 of my montages kind of duct taped back to back or something. Like, it's gonna have a combo section, a funny section, a hype items section, and so on. This might end up being a 5-song video or like 15 minutes of footage. Just one big mega montage to cap off the channel. I'll begin working on that video right after I post King of Pain 4, or whatever it's going to be named. But what about the rest of the clips, right? I just said that I have hundreds or even thousands of clips saved up. What's going to happen with that? Well, after I finish editing The Meaning of She, but before posting it, I'll begin working on my leftover footage series, Sheecacaa3's. This is essentially going to be my Salty Highlights knockoff clip dump series, where I just keep making them until I run out of interesting footage to show. This is truly going to be a random grab bag series where even I don't know what we'll end up making it in. Competitive gameplay, casual gameplay, items, single player, target test? You never know what you're gonna get with each episode. I'll keep grabbing clips from my leftover clip pool, working backwards so that each episode will be more and more entertaining as the series goes on. By the time I post the first episode of Sheecacaa3's, the series will be complete. The episodes will come out on a regular basis, maybe once per week, until The Meaning of She caps off the series and my YouTube channel. Other than that, I have a few miscellaneous low-effort projects to be released whenever I get around to working on them. Mainly just dumping out the rest of the footage that I have saved up. So yeah, King of Pain 4, Sheecacaa3's, and The Meaning of She. That's what's left for the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will try to respond accordingly. Thank you all so much for sticking with me over the years, and I'll see ya later.